Good morning, guys. It's Valor here with your daily lesson. Today we're going to do some word problems with trig, and they're not bad because we're going to draw some pictures and make it all make sense, right? So, what you guys need, you need a pen or pencil, you need a calculator or the Desmos, and a piece of paper. And I'm going to attach on this post the paper that I used just so you guys have it. And let's get to it. Okay, so I have my sheet of paper here, and we're going to do a little bit intro stuff first. So, when we're doing word problems with trig, okay, we're going to look at one of two things, well, two types of angles. We're either going to have an angle of elevation, which just means that your angle starts out straight and it goes up. It's the angle going up. Or an angle of depression, which means your angle straight up and down. Okay? One of those two things. For these problems, you always want to draw a picture. So I'm going to bring over the worksheet, and we're going to do some problems on this trig. And so here's the worksheet here. And let's see if I can get it all in. Okay? So angle of elevation, straight out and up. Angle of depression, straight out and down. Okay? So we're going to read the problems. We'll do, how about 4 of these together? And then I have a quizzes for you guys to try today. The angle of elevation from a fishing boat, so angle of elevation from a fishing boat to the top of a lighthouse is 5 degrees. If the top of the lighthouse is 161 feet above sea level, how far is the boat from the lighthouse? So we've got this lighthouse. Light. There's my lighthouse. And we've got this little fishing boat, and the boat will be over here. There's a sail. Okay. Angle of elevation. So it goes straight out and up. Angle of elevation is always going to be this guy here. So it's by the object we're looking. So angle of elevation from the fishing boat, from the boat. So that is 5 degrees. It says if the top of the lighthouse is 161 feet above sea level, so is the 161 feet going to be the distance here, the height there, or the vertical, or oh my gosh, diagonal? Nope, it's talking about here. So this right here is 161. Okay? And we are trying to find how far the boat is from the lighthouse. So I'm going to label this X. So we've got an angle, we've got 161, and we've got X. So with respect to our angle, X is the adjacent, and 161 is the opposite. So of our trig functions, some old hippie caught another hippie tripping on applesauce. Opposite and adjacent are tangent. So we got tan of 5 equals 161 over x. All right, this looks like our problems we did the other day. So if we're solving, and x is on the bottom, we want to cross multiply and solve. So we've got 161 equals x times tan of 5. You'll divide by tan 5, and we type into calculator. I'm running out of space. 161 over tan of 5. 161 over tan of 5. And we get that large number, and let's just round it to the nearest tenth this time. So x is 1,840.2 feet. Okay, let's do another one. The angle of elevation from the bottom of a slide to the top of a slide is 44 degrees. So angle of elevation, we have a slide. Okay, and a slide makes a triangle. Angle of elevation from the bottom of the slide, so the bottom of the slide is right here, to the top of a slide, that's up here, is 44 degrees. So this angle here is 44. It says if the top of the slide sits 16 feet above the ground, so this is 16 feet, find the length of the slide. So is the length of the slide going to be the horizontal distance or the diagonal? Well, maybe the diagonal, because that's the slide part. So let's see, with our angle being right here, we've got our hypotenuse, and we've got the opposite. So our trig function that has a hypotenuse and opposite is going to be sine. So sine of 44 equals 16 over x. Okay, x is in the bottom again, so we should cross multiply. And we've got 16 equals x times sine of 44 divided by sine 44. And that's what we're going to type in the calculator. So I've got 16 over sine 44. And I've got 23.03, which we'll do tenths this time to get 23.0, or just 23. And that unit was feet. Okay, let's go to number 14. It says, a fire is spotted from the top of a 125-foot tall fire tower. If the angle of depression to the fire is 19 degrees, how far is the fire from the base of the tower? So we've got a tower. Okay, there's my little tower. And it says fire is spotted from the top of a 125-foot tower. So this is 125 feet. Now, angle of depression. So from the top of the tower, if we're going straight out and down, it's this angle right here is 19 degrees. And it wants to know how far the fire is from the base. So here's our right triangle. Okay, we want to know how far it is from the base of the tower. So this distance here is the same as this one up here, so I'm going to write my x there. And the 125 feet is the same distance as the diagonal or the vertical. The vertical, so I'm going to label this over here. So here's my triangle we're going to use. Our angle, the hypotenuse is the diagonal, but we don't have him. We've got the opposite, and we've got the adjacent. So we should be using tan. So tan of 19 degrees equals 124 over x. X is in the bottom again, so we'd cross multiply and get 124 equals x times tan of 19 divide by tan 19. And that's what we type in the calculator. So I've got my 124 over tan 19, and I get 360.1 feet. Okay, next one. An airplane is flying at an altitude of 8,900 feet over water. The pilot spots a raft floating in the water at a 28-degree angle of depression. So, let's see, my plane. Pretty good plane, right? Let's give it a window. Okay. Plane is flying at an altitude of 8,900 feet over water. So there's some water down here. He spots a raft floating in the water. So there's our raft at a 28-degree angle of depression. So angle of depression is going down, so we go straight out and down. So here's our 28 degrees. And there makes our triangle. So the height or the distance we know is the 8,900 feet. Is that the horizontal, the vertical, or the diagonal? Well, altitude is distance above water, so it should be right here. Okay? And it wants to know the horizontal distance, horizontal, from the airplane, so we put the X there. Okay, so the hypotenuse is our diagonal. This one is the opposite, and we're looking for the adjacent. So we are going to use tan again. Tan of 28 equals 8,900 divided by X. So we're going to cross multiply. And divide. Okay, and then we got that much feet. Big number, right? 16,738.5 feet. Okay, let's do number 16, and that'll be the last one. So Max is sitting in the stands at a baseball stadium. He catches a foul ball and decides to throw it back to the player standing at first base. So Max is in these stands. He's up here. And he's throwing it to the player over here. Okay. The horizontal distance from Max to the player is 61 feet. So the distance between them is 61 feet. And the ball travels, okay, 76 feet. So when he throws the ball, he's going to throw it straight to him. It travels 76 feet. Okay, it wants to know what's the angle of depression. So the angle right here going down. So we've got the hypotenuse and adjacent. Okay, so hypotenuse and adjacent should be cosine. So cosine of our angle equals 61 over 76. If we want to solve for x, we'll use that inverse cosine of 61 over 76. okay, and get 36.6 degrees. Okay, so hopefully this helps when you guys do the quizzes. Take a scrap sheet of paper, draw the problems. You'll have some answer choices. It's not timed, and you guys can try as many times as you want. I just want to make sure you guys have an understanding of how to set these problems up. Let me know if you have any questions. Miss you guys. Bye.